I am exiting the hub. I know it's loud in here. You guys probably really can't hear what I'm saying, so what I do is I start the video when I'm walking out, like now, and then when I get out, you guys, I'll talk about whatever. Like, I got a few things I can cover about today's sort, and we'll go over it when I get outside. All right, so I always check the job board. Local 396. That's just some basic stuff, some union stuff. And then we scan out. What's up, fellas?
Hey, all right, you?
Good, man. I can't complain. We getting off a little earlier tonight. Yeah. I'd rather stay and get that extra money though.
Oh, okay.
Let me get that extra 30 minutes. Fatten up the check just that much more. All right, you guys too. Cuidado, it's a zoo in there. All right, so take it easy, brother. Walking out the front door. Everybody's exiting the employee parking. But the thing about the employee parking is it's indoors. I don't like that. Wow, it's loud. I don't like parking indoors, so I park outside. All right, so let me cover this real quick so you guys can see what's cracking. See the UPS symbol behind me? All right, so walked into my car. I parked in the clean air vehicle parking space. Parking is pretty limited here. So there's the outside of the hub. Not a problem showing you the outside at all. This is the parking, employee outside parking area. There's that big UPS symbol. You can't miss that, right? Right there. And then I park right here. I got some kind of bug on my car. It's good luck. I should buy a lottery ticket. All right, so like I told you guys on the last video, I am officially a bulk package handler. You're still package handler basically as a general rule of thumb. That's your job. But I'm all sweaty. But it's I only deal with bulk right now, and it's cool. It's different, like in the sense of when I'm on bulk, typically they'll pull me from unload and they'll say go to bulk, help out over there after I've knocked out like an hour of like doing trailers and stuff. So I'm all hot and sweaty from doing that, and then I go over to bulk and I stay there till like 11 o'clock at night or 11:05. One day it was 11:30. So today, the reason I'm making this video is because we got off at 10:35, which I was like, wait a minute, we started at, start time was a little later. It's Wednesday, but it was still later for whatever reason. We started at 6 p.m., which is for Wednesday, that's kind of late. Usually Wednesdays is like 5:30 or 5:45, sometimes 5:15, depending, sometimes 5 o'clock. Thursdays are usually 6, Fridays are usually 6:15. But for a Wednesday to be 6 o'clock, that kind of indicates that it's a slower volume, and it was. And I was expecting more. So I reported to bulk directly. I didn't go to unload anymore. I don't report to unload. I am no longer an unloader for the unload twilight sort. I am a bulk package handler, which could be anything. It could be unloading, loading, helping with a lot of different things, retapes, resorts, stuff like that, just whatever. There's like 5 or 6 different little sub jobs when you're over there on bulk. So I go to bulk, supervisor sees me, he's like, oh cool, welcome to bulk, let me give you the lowdown for what I expect from A, B, C, and D. and he shows me, and then so I usually go to the induct side and I induct the packages that are coming off of the belt, which comes off of the robot trains. Comes off the belt, then they separate it, they put the sticker on it, PD1, PD2, PD3, PD4, separate it by that, and that lets them know where it's supposed to go. Then we load that onto the trains, and then the trains go over to induct, pull those carts off the induct train, and then unload them onto the belt, and then the loaders load them into the proper trailer. That's how it works. So I'm usually inducting and unloading them onto the belt. That's not what I did today. Actually, I did at the end. So I was working the line as the bulk stuff was coming from, which it comes from everywhere. It comes from the trailers, which is from the unloader side, and then it comes from the what are those things called? The big brown trucks. Gosh, I can't even think of what it's called. Metro. So Metro gives us bulk, and then we get bulk from the unload side. It was slow volume. Then we had a break. Got to get a break, union break. Get back to it. I'm expecting it to be busy. It never got busy. It was kind of slow at the time. Most of the time it was slow, and then it would speed up, and then it would slow down. And I was like, when is it going to hit us? Usually it hits us, but it didn't hit us. So I was asking the supervisor all these questions, like, is this typical? And he's like, no, we're just, and a lot of people were working. The main big guy, the big boss was there. He was on these guys. He's on the supervisors, making sure they're doing their job. We had like 7 or 8 supervisors, maybe 9, just all on point, and all the employees were on point. And I go, he's trying to streamline this. I see that, and that's what happened. He wanted to be more streamlined, because there was a couple of days where we stayed until like 11:30 or 11:15, and he didn't like that, because 11:30 is when night sort starts. So they get in, and the supervisors get in at 11, and they expect everybody to be on point and start by 11:30. So if we're still doing our stuff at 11:15, that's not good. So the supervisor's like, dude, we got to get out of here so these guys can get in here. So he was on them. I heard him yelling at them one day. He was yelling at the supervisors. They don't really yell at us or get on us like that, you know. We're just workers, and we're union guys, and they have to be professional when they talk to us, and like, hey Brian, can you get over there and help me? Give me a hand. I'm like, yeah, absolutely. What do you need? Oh, thank you. I appreciate it, Brian. You know, thank you for having a good attitude. And that's how they talk to us. And which is good, it's professional. So things are a little bit more smoother today for the sort, I guess, because I don't know, the volume was kind of low too, so that's a factor, I believe. But bottom line, I was just like, wow, this is it. And so I'm doing different stuff. I'm pulling stuff off the belt, and I was in charge of PD3 and PD4, and there was a guy in charge of PD1 and PD2. He pulls off all the 1s and 2s. If something slips by, gets to me, I put it aside and I'll bring it to him. Sometimes he gets overwhelmed. It happens. And if I get overwhelmed, it just goes to the end of the belt, and then I go grab it, and there's nobody to back me up on that. I just back myself up. Smooth, wasn't hard. It was kind of boring, actually. But at the end, when it speeds up, which it typically does, I wanted to be initiative oriented and jump back over to the induct and help them, which is what I did. And boom, they caught up. I went over there and helped them, and I worked for another additional like 17 minutes or something. But all the guys that were on the bulk side with me, they all went home. They were like, peace, clocked out, bye. 10:15, 10:20, they were done. Goodbye. And I stayed until 10:35. Like I said, another 15, 17 minutes, something like that. I want to maximize that check as much as possible. So that's pretty much it. I'm a bulk guy now. That's what I'm going to do. I'll give you some feedback if you want. I still haven't heard anything as far as driver helper. There's a few guys that have asked me because a few people signed up. I think like 12 or 13 people signed up from Twilight. And they need like 20 or 25 driver helpers. So there's still spots, but it's still early too. But the thing is, they wanted to have the applications turned in by October 1st, which is Friday, and today's Wednesday, the 29th. So they have 2 days to turn in that application if they want to be a driver helper. Some guys just can't do it. I understand because of their schedule, just the way it is. School, like one guy today, he wanted to do it. I was talking to him, but he's like, I go to Cerritos College like full time. He takes 4 classes, plus he comes in here. He works here at nights, you know, from my shift, like 5 p.m. until 10:30 or 11. And then, you know, during the day he's free. He goes to school, so that's what he does. So he's like, I can't be a driver helper because I'm in school. I said, yeah, I totally understand. So that's why a lot of people can't do stuff, because they have day commitments. They may have another job or kids or who knows. But not for me, man. I'm all about it, and there's a lot of reasons why I wanna get that experience. Because I know that I'll learn a lot about the driving and the routes. And there's a bunch of people here who do want to be drivers. There's a lot of people here who want to be UPS package drivers. I'm not the only one. It's a great career. It really is. Just being a UPS package handler is a great career because you're going to get raises. You have union protection. You have, you know, medical, dental, vision, and no copay, and vacation and sick time, and you have all these cool things like that, and a pension and 401k. So there's a lot of those things, but everybody knows ultimately what you want to do when you come to UPS is wear that brown uniform and drive around in that brown truck and be a rock star, because you're making $39 an hour and easily making over 120 grand a year. Like every driver I've talked to is like, yeah, 120 is about the standard you're gonna make a year, which is right up my alley. So I'm a bulk package handler. That's really all I got to say. It was kind of boring. And it's only 10:40. Like the markets are still open. Usually when I leave it's 11 and the markets are closed. So if I wanted to go get something to eat at the market, I could. I'm gonna eat. I don't know what I'm gonna eat. I've been eating a lot of fruits, vegetables, apples, drinking a lot of water. This thing is almost empty. Drink your water. All right, so I'll keep it simple, man. That's it. That's pretty much all I got. Nothing else really happened. Nothing else to pass. Easy shift. It was cool. Got along with everybody. Supervisors were professional. They were cool. They did their job. I did my job. Everybody was like a well-oiled machine, and we were efficient. And that's why we finished so early, unfortunately, because I want that extra money. All right, but that's it. And I'll let you guys know as soon as I hear anything about driver helper and how that goes down. Somebody on the channel asked me a question like, what's bulk? So I hope I explain that. A bulk area is a bulk package handler. You handle oversized packages, big packages, irregular packages, heavy packages, and that's all you deal with is not the small stuff, but the big furniture and bicycles and refrigerators and things like that. That's what a bulk package handler is. For the person who asked, I hope that answers your question. It's a good place to work. You have more space. There's not a lot of women that work over there, but if you do become a bulk package handler and you're a woman, you could scan. They scan and create labels, and that's not as physical. It's not as heavy duty work in lifting, but because the stuff does. I was sweating like a pig. I'm 220 pounds. I'm 6 feet tall. I'm fairly healthy. I go to the gym, and it can be challenging. I like it, but it's heavy. So you don't see too many women there. So if you're, I think it was a woman that asked me that question, what's bulk? But there are women on bulk. Supervisors are there, and they don't have to do any heavy lifting. So you have women supervisors, and then you have the women that scan and create labels. And there's like 4 or 5 of those girls, and they work well together, but they're not doing any crazy lifting, heavy lifting. So if you're a woman, you can work in the bulk area. You can work anywhere you want. You just gotta let it be known that you want to do that. And right around the time you get to your 90 days, which I am at, that's when you're gonna start being able to do other stuff. And for me, I don't hit my 90 days until this Friday. So for them to pull me sooner than that, I think that means that they have confidence in my abilities. Number one, my attendance is good. I'm reliable. I'm there every day. I'm on time. I'm early. Now, if you miss a day, I remember I had car trouble one time. I missed a day. Let your supervisor know. It happens. It's cool. But other than that, I'm there, man. I want that money. I want that experience. I want a good attendance. I want to have a good professional reputation. And so any questions, hit me up. Thank you guys for watching. 350 subscribers. That's dope. Thanks. All right, so any UPSer out there that's seeing these videos and has more experience and has more knowledge than me, comment, chime in, share, like, subscribe. La Mirada Hub is cool. It's all automated. It's new. It's only been open like a year. I think it'll be a year this November, so it's just about a year. After all that, I don't have anything else to say. I haven't seen my old friend, my old supervisor that I worked with when I was in Unload. I'm a bolt guy now. Different crew. All right, so that's it. Thanks for watching. I'll keep it as short as I can. Peace.